Hello, my name is Mark Pimentel. I'm one of the CAM application specialists here at Hawkridge Systems, and in this video, we'll be talking about patterning toolpaths in 3D. So the pattern commands inside CAMWorks typically look like they just work in a single plane, in the XY plane. But you can actually use those commands to pattern a toolpath in 3 dimensions. Let's take a look at the example we have on screen here. This is a display case for plants, and you can see that each of the pockets are found on an angular face. I don't actually have to run the AFR, although I could. I want to simplify my programming here with a pattern. So for that rectangular slot, I'll just right-click on it, and I'll add a linear pattern. But the linear pattern I'm going to add is in the angular direction. If I click on that edge right there, that defines that direction. I can then add my distance and increase the number of instances. I can do the same for the other direction here. In this case, we'll just do a really simple linear to the side. And you can see now it updates the feature. I'll do the same for the circular pocket. And now if we go to the operations tree, we can see we've updated the feature, which updates the operations, and we've added a linear pattern that actually looks like it works in 3D. Now we're not limited to just doing linear pattern. Let's take a look at this little more complex part here. We've got the same feature but acting across different faces. I could try using linear again, but then I'd have to do maybe 2 sets of linear. And I'm really looking to do that. I'm looking to do one pattern for the whole thing. This is where sketch-driven pattern can show the complexity of the patterning command. If I create a 3D sketch inside SolidWorks, I can create a 3D pattern. So let me go do that real quick here. I'm just going to go up to my top left here, and then instead of a sketch, I'm going to add a 3D sketch. And within that 3D sketch, I'm going to use convert entities. The sketch-driven pattern really just requires data points. So here, I'm actually going to extract the circular edges of the bottom of these pockets. Circular edges have a single data point. They have essentially just the center of the circle. I'm going to use that to define the pattern. So now I'll go back to my feature tree. I'll create a sketch-driven pattern. It does not appear in the list, but if I go to my SolidWorks flyout menu, I can grab that 3D sketch. Now all I really need to do here is find the initial instance of the pattern. It should line it up real nice. And then I've added a sketch-driven pattern that will act in 3D. I'll do the same for the circular pocket. And again, if I go to the operations tree, we can see that we've patterned across the entire part with a single sketch-driven pattern. Now, clicking on each of those individual faces would be a little tedious on the previous part, and it's definitely going to be a lot of work on this part. So what you can keep in mind here is a sketch-driven pattern is really just limited to the ability to sketch inside SolidWorks. So what does that mean? Well, let's create another 3D sketch, and I'll use convert entities, but this time I'll use a function called inner loops. What this allows me to do is I'll click on these individual faces. The individual faces on the inside of those faces are the circular chains that I'd like to get. So I'm just going to click on select inner loops. I don't think I need these other faces here, so I'm just going to delete them real quick. And now that 3D sketch on all those planes essentially has all the data points I need for a single sketch. Now go to my circular pocket, sketch-driven pattern. Again, it does not appear in the allowed sketches, but what I'll do is I'll go and select it from the list. And I'll do it for the pattern of holes on the bottom of that bore. I'll do the same thing. So sketch-driven pattern, same sketch. And now you can see it patterns the toolpath. The sketch-driven pattern is really just limited by your ability to sketch inside SolidWorks. To learn more about sketching inside SolidWorks, give us a call. We'll set you up with some training on basics of SolidWorks sketching. If you like this video, please like and subscribe, and stay tuned for other videos on this YouTube channel. Thanks for watching.